Hello? Is this thing on? Oh man. Bam. Hello. How you all doing? Dude, would you believe me if I said it was the game's soundtrack the entire time? Yeah. But yes, welcome to day 1 of Steam's Fall in Love Fest. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so ready to play something against. Also, thank you, Zikoya, for following the while. Thank you. Also, first sure we did. Very excited. Thank you, Luna. What the heck? Thank you. Goodness. Actually, I think I'm gonna move Panda. Move him. Yeah. Free him. Anyway. I'm excited. Oh. Select archetype. Why is it there? You guys are there. What the heck? Thank you. I have an idea. Shove you guys over there, I guess. Okay. See. Brains. 5 IQ, 2 EQ. I guess that's emotional points or emotional intelligence. And 1 physical. Maybe shoved. The heck. Beauty. 1 IQ. Wow. I see how it is. Oh, no. Oh, what? 5 EQ, 2... What's EQ then? What? Brawn or average? Okay. Oh, I guess it's... Charm? Okay. I know nothing about any of these games, by the way. I'm very excited. Well, I think I'll do brains for this one. I think that'd be kind of fun. I heard... Yeah. We'll do this one. Well... This game is so pretty! Upon prying open your heavy lids, you spy a stranger who meets your groggy gaze. Why is this our first answer? I bet. Who the hell are you? Mystery woman. Proving that old saying about sailors swearing right, I see. Oh, I'm a sailor. Fuck yeah. Yeah, right? Who the fuck am I? What am I? How are you? I'm a woman who saved your life. I would have thought that that'd be enough to be remembered, but I suppose even I'm wrong now and again. Is anything from late last night coming back to you? No. Analyze meets. Oh! So they're like modifiers. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Yes. Thinking back, the sound of explosions and thundering rain echo in your ears, then pain, sharp and agonizing, followed by the sensation of falling, drowning. More pain, only pain. Spreads quickly into every inch of your consciousness until you can think of nothing else. As you return to the present, the pain follows. Everything hurts, on a level somewhere between the third time you were stabbed and the time you were stabbed thrice. Dang. People turning us into a damn pincushion. What? Okay. Okay, I see you. Stabilize. Trivial success. No, wait. Not everything. The pain is in two areas. The first being a sharp, excruciating ache in your left shoulder. Okay. Not my shoulder. As the fingers from your right hand brush against it, even your own gentle probing touch is enough to send air hissing between your teeth. Ooh, dang. Who shot me? Who shot me? I don't know yet. Apparently we've been stabbed at least thrice. That's all I know. There's shrapnel embedded into your skin. The wound is wet and oozing with what you hope is blood alone. I guess we have shrapnel in our arm, okay. Your head is killing you. Aching unlike anything you've ever known. The night spent closing down taverns with a mug of ale in your hand don't even come close. Ah. Your eyes screw shut and your expression contorts as the pain consumes you, overtaking your body and brain. Even facing the full force of the sunlight seems too difficult a task. Damn, this lady's just staring at us like that. The strong scent of salt tickles your nose. All I hear is ocean. Logic, medium success. Along with seaweed and iodine, the unmistakable combination of the ocean's odor. Dang, I must be fucked up if I have to, like, think about the ocean. Watermelon. Works every time. Sorry, I had to sneeze. I didn't want to sneeze. Anyway, some of the tension in your body lessens as you breathe in deeply. You feel more at home with this fragrance than any kind of greenery. Certainly more than anything man-made. With worn wood against your back and the soft swaying of the vessel against the water's waves, you attempt to steel your mind against the agony. Me when I wake up with a mild stomachache. Perhaps you could return to your previous state of unconsciousness. One that was so blissful in comparison to this. That's so me, dude. Analyze, medium success. Until it hits you, you shouldn't be snoozing on a hard deck, but rather on a bed in the cozy quarters of your ship. Yeah, where the fuck my boat? Analyze, medium success. Though there should be some motivation while on board, the movement that you're feeling now suggests a smaller watercraft. Analyze, medium success. This isn't your room. It's not even the deck of your boat. Yeah. This ain't my boat. Where the hell am I? Oh, I accidentally clicked past it. This is Vadina. Well, the docks of Vadina, if you want to be particular about it. Does that ring any bells for you? Hananashi, welcome in. Hello, hello. Archive, medium success. Vadina, one of the many islands scattered across this world, known for its unique metrocratic government structure. Thank you, Luna. Ugh. Okay. This is interesting so far. What does that mean? Okay, medium success. The nobles that run this island invest heavily in its craftsmen and tradesmen. They're both entrepreneurs and royalty. Ah. Not communism. Capitalism squared. That's what it is. Capitalism squared. Oh no. Will they just craft a bunch? They're playing Minecraft. The entirety of the wealth and power being concentrated in the hands of so few gives you pause. However, you have no recollection of there ever being a single scandalous tale of the nobles here. Oh, so they're good about it. Perhaps this is the one instance of your suspicious nature being overzealous. We're just laying here, bro. Then again, it wouldn't hurt to ask some of the townspeople what they make of their supposedly beloved nobles. Don't we have, like, metal in our arm? What the fuck are we doing? Ooh. When Ace does 666 snail points to make Hayami end stream. They got her doing that when she starts and said hi. That'd be really funny. I imagine it's like my birthday or something. I open stream like, hi guys, and you just end it. I'm like, oh. I'm gonna remove that redeem my birthday and then put it back. Let's see. Yeah, wait, where the hell am I? Oh, I already asked that. Fuck. What happened to my ship? It'd be the worst present. What the heck? I got plans, Arthur. I just need $2 trillion. What happened to my ship? Beats me. By the time I showed up, there's only wreckage. Well, and the floating body on top of it. Oh. Wreckage? Yeah, what wreckage? There was a lot of splintered wood floating around. Seems like an entire ship went down. Well, there goes my ship. Your ship? Your home. The one containing your valuables, your documents, your clothing. All gone? Damn. Okay, medium success. I know. I literally got griefed IRL. Hey! Hi! You're just in time for us to find out we got griefed. It took you a very long time to save up the money to buy that ship. It allowed you to take odd jobs and travel across all the islands. Archive, medium to this. Without some active problems to help, it could be a long time before you leave Medina. The last thing you want is to be stuck here longer than you need to be. Archive, medium success. Considering that you can't remember if or why you had set sail to this place to begin with, there's some chance that you don't need to be here at all. Oh. Well, that sucks. Welcome in, raiders! Emmy raid, Emmy raid, Emmy raid. You need to find a way out this island. Real. That is new. Big yummy. Where am I? Quest unlocked. Find passage off Medina Island. Yeah, floating body. My corpse? The woman studies you. One corner of her lips twitching as she does. Oh, she doesn't like us. That would be you, of course. It didn't seem right to just leave you floating in the ocean, so I hauled you into my boat and docked nearby here in Medina. W. I was heading here anyway, so wasn't much of a nuisance. You're welcome, by the way. Let me see. Let's go! We'll have to play those later. Well, that blows. Alrighty, guys. Yo! I'm up! Oh, whoa. Art styles drastically different. Not medium success. A groan escapes your lips as you struggle onto your feet and off the shaky sailboat. Though you gain your bearings once your legs are steady on steady land, losing the sway of the sea costs you a sense of comfort. You're stuck on this island now, without any means of getting off this island, without any reason to be here. Ooh. Now on solid ground, you take sense of yourself and your surroundings. Oh! Oh! Whoa! There we are! Oh my god! It's you guys! Look! There you are! Oh my goodness. Okay, I've got to move you guys somewhere again. I gotta move you guys again, bruh. You guys going back there. Custom name. I'm gonna lick the snail. Why would you lick me? What the heck? That's right, it's slowly coming back to you now. You're Hayami. I'm Hayami. You silently take stock of the few things left on your person. It seems this mystery woman managed to save an old backpack and a waterlogged journal as well as your sorry ass. No, so real. She did save my sorry ass. The journal should be more useful once it's had time to dry. You also find a pocket watch. Looks like it still keeps calculating time. Yay! I can still keep track of my ticking and talking. You turn your attention back to your unwitting savior. Mystery Woman, you don't look so good. You have a map of the city. I haven't spent much time in Medina myself, but there's gotta be a doctor around here somewhere. Alright, how do we want to respond to the woman? You think this is bad, this is nothing. I'm fine, mind your own business. Or I don't. Do you know where to find one? Do we want to be... This game does have 5 endings. But I say let's be good in the first one. And then we can be pieces of shit in the second one. I think that sounds like a plan, man. Choose the negative option, but what if I want to choose the silly positive one this time? You know what? I'm choosing the nice one. Heck you. I'll do the negative one next time. I'm gonna do another playthrough of this. There's no way I'm playing this just once. I know the next best thing. Someone who does. There's a cafe not far from here, and the server knows practically everyone in town. She should be able to help. Does this have bong? No. I mean, sound alerts. Thanks. I'll make note of that. Location unlocked. Cafe. Quest unlocked. Somebody help me! Bro, me. Mister, well, if you're back on your own 2 feet, I suppose this is where we part ways. Wait, before I go. What's your name? They call me Cian. And by they, I mean me. Okay. I didn't catch your name back when I was saving you from drowning and bleeding out. Who are you? What a way to meet. If I told you, I'd have to kill you. Why do you want to know? Did you tell her your name? I'm gonna tell her my name. I am. Alright, bye, Odie. Have a good one. I'll keep that in mind. Best of luck to you. To you going wherever you're going and doing whatever you're doing. Thank you for hydrating me. And then the ad's about to start, so... Hang on. That's kind of funny. It looks like it's be time to reorganize my thinking stuff. There we go. Haha. I like this game so far. It's really cool. The music is also so freaking good. What the heck? Holy vibe. Dude, also, we look completely fucked up. Like, holy crap, what happened to us? Oh my goodness. We got, like, dragged out into the street. Holy crap. Use the knife for real. Right. One more thing. Never mind. Ah. Okay. We're on our own. Oh, wait, I gotta, hang on. We're back. Okay. Cafe. Oh! Ooh. Oh! She's cute! The surfer smiles at you amidst a hum of customers and conversation. Oh, what customers? Hi, sweetie. Oh boy. Come right on in. I'm Vivi. Vivi! Vivi, like the incredible Final Fantasy character? To cafe. Wait, is it a cafe? I don't know there's many near me. We're not serving our full menu today, but if you'd like, you can take a seat at any open table, and I'll be booking 2 turns of a Fairy's Wings. What does that mean? 2 turns of a what now? Just a little expression I invented. Means I'll be with you in just a moment. Ah! Okay. She's ferrying her wings. You slide into an open seat near a window, wincing as the change in position pulls out your injured side. Who knew having shrapnel embedded into your skin would be such a pain in the ass? Ah! She's so cute! Phoebe must notice you picking at your wound as she soon arrives at your side with a worried expression. Oh, sweetie, that looks awful. What happened? Have you gotten that looked at by a doctor yet? No. No. No, my ship was attacked. Whole thing shot to pieces. Phoebe's large eyes turn dewy as she listens to the curt summary of your story. That is just awful. I'm so thankful you made it through alive and are here talking with me now. Now, is there anything I can do to make your day a little easier? Are you hungry? Thirsty? Do you want some fresh clothes? Yes? How about a recommendation for a doctor or a shipwright? Need someone to give you a rundown of who's who, what's what in this town? Strawberry! Thank you for the follow, thank you! I go to the doctor. You show Vivi your map, and she points to a specific dock with swiftness and ease. Location unlocked. Doctor's office. Right here, sweetie. This place will take good care of you. Okay, but I'm broke. The doctor makes house calls sometimes, but I think the office will be open today. You'll have to head over there and see for yourself to know for sure. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. Before I go, I wanted to ask, who's the shipwright? Here's a light with affectionate familiarity. His name is Moss. He's an exceptionally kind man and a genius at his craft. Oh. He comes to visit Vedina now and again. I know for a fact he got into town yesterday. Moss said he's looking for a buyer for a new ship of his. He'll likely have it docked at the town port. Wow, legitimately how convenient. How do you know that for a fact? He came by to see me. Moss isn't exactly a regular since he doesn't live in Vedina, but whenever he's here, he comes by daily. I tried to take a Benadryl because my eye is swelling and it got stuck. Nah! Oh, my mouth tastes like Benadryl. Just to see you? No, sweetie, the cafe. He loves the food here. Right. The food. Right, there's food. Think you'll help me? Absolutely. He's such a generous and empathetic person. I can't imagine him not helping someone in need. There is food. This is exactly the kind of person you could really use. Someone spineless who you can easily sucker into doing your bidding. Whoa! Whoa! What about something else? Let me some of your clothes? Honey, you can keep them. Making clothes is a passion of mine. I'd be thrilled to help you out and have someone model my design. Yeah, wow, I didn't realize it. Whoa, okay. We're evil! To be honest with you, I've been a little shy about designing clothes for other people, and I mostly just made things for myself. The size would be a little off, but the outfit is yours if you want it. Take it. New clothing unlocked. Yay! Consider yours, changing in them whenever you're comfortable. The clothes are a bit frillier than you expected, not really your style, but there's no rips in sight. At the very least, you won't constantly be at risk of wardrobe malfunction. Thanks, I guess. Maybe something in black next time. Though I haven't worked with much dark colors, I'll have to make time to buy some fabric at the market. Oh, so we're in bright colors. We're in pink. You do that. Was there anything else you wanted to ask me? Can I get a menu? Not today, I'm afraid. The kitchen is closed while Chef Carrington prepares for the event we're hoping to cater tonight. I can get you some bread or pastries he made in advance for today if you're okay with that. I'm happy to get you something to drink. Okay. As your stomach grumbles, it occurs to you that you don't have a single coin in your name. Sustenance will have to wait. What event? Free food? It's the birthday party for the Duke's daughter, Eden. The whole island is talking about it. There are many from other islands sailing in to attend. Maybe that's why we were heading here. Cameron is honored to be able to participate. It's a great opportunity to promote his food to many new people. Real. Where's the party? It's at their family home. This manor's a bit north of here. If you have a map, I can show it to you. Sure, why not? Unlock the Duke's Manor. Ah! We can steal from the Duke. What? Oh! That's not too bad. Alright. Manor. Offices. Oh. My god, he looks so rectangular. What a cheekbone. What are you doing? Muscles are, yeah, muscled indeed. Oh, he's got a gun! Resting. What does it look like I'm doing? He does. He's pale like one too. Acuity, medium success. Though the stranger tries to look indifferent, you catch a nearly imperceptible wince as they try to put weight on their right ankle. Looks like you hurt your ankle. Isn't the doctor's office supposed to be around here somewhere? The stranger pales. How? How? It's not that bad. It's just wasting the doctor's time. Oh, poor baby. Do you want me to... What's your plan then? Why don't you let the doctor be able to know that? Why is the first option? Oh my goodness. How do I want to tweak statue man? Yeah, so what's your plan then? Don't need one. It doesn't even hurt. I'll just wrap it up in some cloth. I'll just wrap the cloth around it and get better on its own. Are you sure you don't want the doctor to take a... Steal from him? Right. Sure I don't want the doctor to take a look. Doctor? Where? Is he scared of the doctor like a 4-year-old? Look out! He's right behind you! You're inconvenient. Sign me first. No, real. He's afraid of the doctor! My god, that's fantastic! The stranger visibly jumps before looking back with a forever. Upon seeing no one approaching from behind, he checks all directions but returning to you with a glare. You can't help but snicker. Ah! Doctor! Wah! Come on. This is a doctor we're talking about, not a monster out to get you. He mumbles something under his breath about the two being indistinguishable. Okay, if we go in and it's a plague doctor, then I'll concede. But a normal doctor? Bro, my doctor looks like a dork. Would it help if I went with you? I mean, I gotta go anyway, so I might as well hold this bitch's hand. Why would it? We just met and I don't find your presence comforting. Okay, that's fair. If they did something, then that's fair. But otherwise, I don't care about your health anyway. Yeah, fuck you, buddy. The door opens, allowing you to peer inside a dim, empty reception room. Oh wow, really? Shit. This was arrested. The door opens, allowing you to peer inside a dim, empty reception room. There's a sign on the the desk that reads, "Out on a house call, we'll be back tomorrow," in barely legible handwriting. You shut the door, seeing no reason to look further. Ah. I talk to him again. Who the hell are you? The name's Gray. I have security business. Am I on? So, like a guard? That explains the muscles. I'm a knight, and yes, I work out. It's part of the job. Yeah, it is. That's what I just said. Yeah, it is. Okay, then. I'm in the bounty hunting business. A bounty hunter named Hayami sounds familiar. Oh, so I'm a bounty hunter. Bounty hunt your nuts. Really? I'm flattered. For a lot of people, it's kind of my job. Have a lot of people heard of you? I suppose so. I always seem to have a job lined up these days. I guess that's a word of mouth working for me. I wish I could say the same. I mean, what kind of name is Gray anyhow? That's a color, not a person. You're kind of rude. Yeah, tell me something I don't know. Oh, dude, I love cheese. Holy, yeah. Jesus love fries and cheese. Familiar how? You're supposed to be part ocean creature, right? Huh? No. I'm not part ocean creature. I'm a vampire. Ooh, mac and cheese? Dude, mac and cheese sounds fire. Oh, excuse me. What's that supposed to mean? Like a mermaid or something? Don't know. Never met one before. Arcana. Medium. Stupid brain fog. You could have some freaking awesome powers you've completely forgotten about. Like the ability to drink blood? Arcana. Medium to set. If you were part oceanic, your feet literally what should give you some sort of a clue. Side quest unlocked. Are you even human? I don't think we've met, but maybe we could work together. Now that you mention it, I'm working security at a party tonight. Not saying it's more than I can handle, but having a second set of eyes would be useful. I'll need to get permission from my boss before I make any promises. I'll meet with him this afternoon. Cool. So we'll talk after the meeting and you'll let me know what your boss decides. Yo, did we just get a job? I know, right? Stop checking really. Exactly. Come find me at the Duke's Manor after 20. That's when the party starts. Well, it's 11, so... Location unlocked, the Duke's Manor. We get the Duke's Manor regardless. We got the Duke's Manor regardless, though. Fair. But yeah, so far this is fun. This game's actually really, really good. I have an idea. There we go. I wanted to set it to like a smaller number for subs, but it literally wouldn't let me. So we're just gonna keep it here. Oh, what's this? Wait. If I have a single coin laying on the ground, don't spend it. Oh! Oh, wait, I have money. Money! Interesting, interesting, interesting. Bing, 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 bing. Oh my god, it's so unfortunate. And that is my reminder to take my dishes back to the kitchen after stream. There's nothing in them. There's nothing in them, thankfully. Oh my god. No, it didn't. It didn't. Nothing broke. We're good. We're good. Oh, I would have been in so much fucking trouble if that bowl broke. Oh my fucking god. Mother Bat would have skinned me. Anyway, I found money. Item unlocked. Coin. Okay. Let's go to the port. Where'd my... Oh, my side quest. Okay. Talk to this man. Hello. Oh. Hello. Nice to meet you. I'm Hayami. The man regards you curiously. He appears to be unfamiliar with such self-conduct. Wow. Weird dude. I'm a Moss! Oh, I see why his name is Moss now. Nice to make your acquaintance as well, Hayami. Yeah. Is there something you wanted to discuss? Is this boat yours? Oh yes, do you like it? I built it myself. You're shipwright? What a coincidence. My boat was just destroyed last night. Oh, very sorry to hear that. Yep. Lost pretty much everything I own. Drifted out to sea, lost a lot of blood. Shark water. Ah! Well, as hard as that sounds, I'm afraid my business is already dire financial straits as it is. I'm only looking to sell or rent this ship. Okay, tell me the numbers. How much to buy the boat? 10,000 gold and she's all yours. I don't have any money though. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. What happened to your business, by the way, buddy? There were some friends of mine that had fallen on hard times, so I did my best to help them, but it wasn't enough and they weren't able to pay me back. Wrong people. No, I know they'll pay me back as soon as they can. It's just not it might be soon enough to save my business, unfortunately. How do you know, sir? Well, since you have a hand in the situation, I'll leave you to it. Save. Oh, this is weird. Look at the Duke's Manor. A strange sense of foreboding comes over you. You get the feeling that you continue forward, just see something you won't be able to see. At the same time, there's a part of you that urges to push on. Whatever may lie ahead, you cannot escape learning it. Oh? Are you ready to continue? Yes! As you finish crossing a long bridge over the glittering ocean water, a magnificent manor comes into your line of sight. No sooner do you lay eyes on it, does your head begin to ache with immense pain. A migraine that matches the strength with the one that awoke you this very morning. You've never been here, but you've seen this place before. Your memory comes back to you in flashes. You see yourself examining blueprints of the manor, combing over every escape route. We were gonna rob this place! You recall getting onto your ship with gear specially chosen for this journey and well studied course straight from Victina. This was why we were coming! No doubt about it, you meant to come here to this exact spot. You tried to pry at your head as to why, but doing so makes the pain grow intolerable. Unbearable if the widow wishing on your worst enemies, any of them. Damn. Music, holy. Until your brain puts you out of your misery, you feel eyes closed, and last thing you feel is your head cracking against the stone fence. Yay, concussion! Concussion! Oh. What happened? Why are we back here? Oh, what the? What? upon breaking your eyes open, you spy a familiar face to meet your frosty gaze. What the hell are you doing here? Whatever, I'm proving that old saying about sailors and swearing right, I see. I'm the woman who saved your life. I would have thought that'd be enough to be remembered, but I suppose even I'm wrong now and again. Anything from late last night come back to you. What the fuck? Deja vu hits you like a 10-story building. Unlike yesterday, you do remember where you were last night. Visiting the Duke's manor had practically seared into your soul. You found me passed out by the maiden? She rescues Rowan Gilliam's personal for my taste. She looks at you like you sprouted wings or something. No, hun, I fished you out of some wreckage in the middle of the ocean last night. I figured your ship must have gone down. There's no mistaking it. You see this exact position before, only she's acting like that. Something is terribly wrong. Note from the devs. Oh! All the characters from trying new dialogue, but it's specifically here to the manner will always end your run. This is the only ending to the demo. Okay. Cool. Yay! W. Alright, let's go again and let's be a dick. Let's do beauty though. Let's do beauty and be an absolute asshole. My head hit the concrete and I went back. Upon prying open your heavy lids, you spy a stranger who meets your gawky gaze. Who the hell is that? Right? So that's pretty good. Alright, should I skip through all this and then we go to the dialogue picking? If not, I don't mind reading it all again. You need some water. Look! I didn't get to figure out what the money was for. Oh, I'm just going crazy. Not. Yeah, let's read. I'm the woman who saved your life. I would have thought that'd be enough to be remembered, but I suppose even I'm wrong now and again. Is there anything really last night coming back to you? Recalling back into your mind, you recall what happened to find pain. Only pain. It spreads quickly into every inch of your consciousness until you think of nothing else. As you return to the present, the pain follows. Everything hurts on the level somewhere between the third time you were stabbed and the time you were stabbed thrice. Stabilize. Trivial success. No, wait. Not everything. The pain is in two areas. The first being a sharp, excruciating ache in your left shoulder. Stabilize. Trivial success. As your fingers from your hand rest against it, even from your own gentle probing touch is enough to send air hissing between your teeth. Trivial success. There's shrapnel embedded into your skin. The wound is wet and oozing with what you hope is blood alone. Your head is killing you. Aching unlike anything you've ever known. The night spent closing down taverns with a mug of ale in your hand don't even come close. Your eyes screw shut and your expression contorts as the pain consumes you, overtaking your body and brain. Even facing the full force of the sunlight seems too difficult a task. A strong sense of salt tickles your nose. The sense of tension in your body lessens as you breathe in deeply. You feel more at home with this fragrance than any kind of greenery, suiting you more than anything man-made. With warm wood against your back and the soft swing and the vessel against the water's waves, you attempt to still your mind against the agony. Perhaps you could return to the previous state of unconsciousness, one that was so blissful in comparison to this. Your eyelids flutter shut and your arms reach across your face in an effort to block out the blinding sun. Oh, that's a little different. Ooh! Alright, different dialogue options. Do you mind? You spent more than enough time here napping in the boat, leaking blood everywhere, and I can't spend my whole dang day scrubbing it out. For boat, last year, remember, you had been sailing over your very own vessel. It had taken you months to save up for that ship. Oh, away from home. Oh, because I'm pretty, she's a bitch. Ralph opened to ask what she means, but your head protests. The searing shooting pain in your brain forces your lips to clamp shut to keep from shouting. Stand upright and disembark. Ooh. Medium success. The ground escapes your lips as you struggle onto your feet and off the shaky sailboat. Though you gain your bearings once your legs are steady on land, losing the sway of the sea costs you a sense of comfort. You're stuck on this island now, without any means of getting off this island, without any reason to be here. Now on solid ground, you take a sense of yourself and your surroundings. I look at them. This is you. You're in rough shape, but it's something you can't handle. You grasp your understanding of what to call yourself. Alright. You guys picked the name this time. What am I naming myself? Can I name myself bitch? Is that allowed, actually? Wait. Wait a minute. Let's go! I can name myself. Oh, it's amazing. He sadly takes stock of the few things left in your person. I see this mystery woman managed to save an old backpack and a waterlogged journal as well as your sorry ass. Your journal should be more useful once it's had time to dry. You also find a pocket watch that looks like it still keeps accurate time. Turn your attention back to your unwitting savior. You don't look so good. Getting away from the city, I haven't spent much time in Veneta myself, but there's gotta be a doctor around here somewhere. I'm fine. Mind your business. Look at the room. It's fleshy. You've had worse, and left to tell the tale. This is fine. It's fine. You're fine. Well, I suppose you're back in your own security, and this is where we part ways. Yeah, get out of here, woman. Wait, before I go... What happened to my boat? Beats me. By the time I showed up, your wreckage on the floating body on top of it. Never mind. Alright, let's talk to this guy. Nice to meet you, I'm bitches funny. Who are you? He insists. The man doesn't flinch at your harsh tone. You must be well acquainted with sailors in the lake. Ah. Name's Moss. I'm a shipwright. Shipwright? You build boats? Yes, I can also repair them. I also do work with strong materials, having tangible progress and producing results that allow people to work and connect with the world. Yeah, I like my job too, not that special. What is it you do for a living? I'm a bounty hunter. I track down wanted people and objects of value, things like that. Oh, that's certainly not a profession one comes across every day. Like, what a hypothetical scenario where you're going to find someone who owes their friend money while asking for a friend. Not a friend in a hypothetical, a different friend. Oh, should anyone trying to hide from me, the very best of luck, they're gonna need it. I see. In this hypothetical, will you put in the work on a contingency of sorts? Ooh. Immediate success. Hook, line, and sinker. Truly are an amazing human being. I'm so thankful that we met today. Seriously, I don't know how to express my joy. Oh, little does he know. Cool if you're keeping it yourself, thanks. Let's talk about this so-called friend of yours. His name is Balzar, and he works in the import and export distribution. Balazar? What an unusual name. Never heard of him, but if anything, that's a good sign. The less notorious the individual, the easier they are to find. True. This Balazar won't be able to escape you. What's that? W's crew tracks down and shipwrecks shipments and corrects their course before faulty delivery is made. That's a thing. I'll shrug his shoulders. I have no reason to believe otherwise. Yo, he's selling things. He's committed crime. Considering that bounty hunting often has you room in the seas, perhaps it would be possible for you to pick up some of his contribution. Couldn't hurt to earn a little extra gold from time to time. What if I start looking? We got together for a drink last night, but afraid I don't remember anything about where he's staying or where he's in town. What's the name of the bar? Something Tavern, to be honest. I sounded the first established to serve alcohol and just happened to run into him. About a separate runs and I barely remember reading the place. So you'd be the last person to raise a brow at random alcohol consumption. Mott still looks sheepish. I don't normally drink that much. There's someone else buying and my business going how it is. I literally don't care. I'm gonna start looking. Explore. You wander into a cozy street corner drawn by the tinges of freshly baked bread and coffee that permeates the surrounding air. There must be some place to eat around here. Your nose wouldn't lead you astray, not when you're half dead and desperate anyway. Continue. Cafe. Like. Okay, before we start the interaction, we will. Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay, being a bitch had a surprisingly different amount of routes. I'm impressed. This is cool. Pretty cool. I'm excited for this one to come out. Hey Melon, what's up? How you doing? Yeah. I'm sorry. Say hi to them when the ads are over. I am completely joking. Someone give Melon a sub. But I think that would be cool. The 69 sub goal is pretty funny. The music is so good, dude. I'll be back. Hi, Melon. How you doing? The server smiles at you amidst the hum of customers and conversation. Sweetie, come right in. I'm Vivi. We're not serving our full menu today, but if you'd like, you may take a seat and open the table with 2 turns of a fairy's wing. Sweetie? I'd like to call everybody around here. I've been in Medina so long, I can't help but think of everyone fondly. Don't commit this again. Oh, alright then. I'll do my best to remember first. Better. Oh. Oh. Dang. That's so mean. Assigned to an open seat near a window, wincing as the change of position pulls out your injured side. Who knew having shrapnel embedded in your skin would be such a pain in the ass? People must notice you picking at your wounds, and she soon arrives at your side with an expression. I mean, hun, that looks awful. What happened? You gun not looked at by a doctor yet? No, my ship was attacked. Whole thing shot to pieces. Your eyes turned dewy as she listens to the curt summary of your story. That's just awful. I'm so thankful you made it through alive and now are here talking with me now. Now, is there anything I could do to make your day a little easier? Are you hungry? Thirsty? Do you want some fresh clothes? How about a recommendation for a doctor or a shipwright? Need someone to give you a rundown of who's who and what's what in this town? I found the doctor. You should be right. You point to a specific spot with swiftness and ease. Location locked doctor's office. Here, sweetie. This is to take care of you. You forgot! She forgot. The doctor makes house calls sometimes, but I think the office will be open today. I'm gonna see yourself enough, sure. Thanks. I'll go check now. Over here. Over here. Can I go over here? Oh, I clicked out the game. Regular model. There! The snail is fantastic. Alright, I guess we're going to the offices. Money. Grab the single coin laying on the ground and spend it all at once. I unlocked a coin. Who the hell are you? Name's Gray. I'm in the security business. I'm bitch. I forgot we named ourselves that. I forgot I named us that. I'm bitch, dude. Oh, no. What kind of security? I'm not too picky. Whoever or whatever needs my protection, and I'm going to keep watch over a party. Party? What party? Where? The Duke is throwing a birthday party for his daughter. We're eating at their family manor. Can I come? I like people attending are invited guests and staff, but I'll let you in if you're on the list. I cost skin to eat this party. I'd be down to work at a party. Need any help? Now that you mention it, I'm working security at a party to... You just told me about it! I'm not saying it's more than I can handle, but I would say that ice would be useful. I need to get permission from my boss for making promises, but I need with him this afternoon. Cool. So we'll talk to your boss and you'll let me know what your boss decides? Easiest break-in of my life. Exactly. Come find me at the Duke's Manor after 20, and that's when the party starts. Alright, see you then. Hi, Bannon. Alright. Strange sense of foreboding comes over you. You get the feeling if you continue forward, you'll see something you won't be able to unsee. At the same time, there's a part of you that urges to push on. Whatever might lay ahead, you cannot escape learning the answer. I will hydrate. I am hydrated. Thank you. At the same time, there's a part of you that urges to push on. Whatever may lie ahead, you cannot escape learning the answer. You ready to continue? Yeah. As you finish crossing a long bridge over glistening ocean water, a magnificent manor comes into your line of sight. No sooner do you lay your eyes on it, does your head begin to ache with immense pain. A migraine that matches the strength of the one that awoke you this very morning. You've never been here, but you've seen this place before. Oh, ow. I am indeed shrimping. You caught me. Memory comes back to you in flashes. You see as if examining blueprints of the manor coming over every escape route. You recall getting into your ship with gear specifically chosen for this journey while sitting for streets in Medina. I'm not shrimping anymore. Ugh. There's no doubt about it. You meant to come to this exact spot. You try to pry into your head as to why, but doing so makes the pain grow intolerable, unbearable. You wouldn't wish it on any of your worst enemies. Any of them. You scream until your brain puts you out of your misery. Your eyes close, and the last thing you feel is your head cracking against the stone pathway. I'm dead! We're back. Prying open your heavy lids, you spy a familiar face and meet your rocky gaze. What the hell are you doing here? Proving that old saying about sailors and swearing right, I see. I'm the woman who saved your life. I would have thought that'd be enough to be remembered, but I suppose even I'm wrong now and again. Is anything from late last night coming back to you? Deja vu hits you like a 10-story building. Unlike yesterday, you do remember where you were last night. Visiting the Duke's Manor has been practically seared into your soul. You found me passed out by that mansion? 2 rescues in a row is getting a little too personal for my taste. It looks at you like you spread wings or something. Me too, it's so pretty. No, hon, I fished you out of some wreckage in the middle of the ocean last night. I figured your ship must have gone down. There's no mistaking it. You've been in this exact position before. Only she's acting as you haven't met. Something is terribly wrong. And there we go. And that was day after day. It's currently available on itch.io and it will be on Steam soon. It's very good. Alright. Allow me to do a quick BRB. As I'll go get more water, and then we'll start up Eldritch University. So I'll be right back. I'm not available on Steam or itch. Come on, man. Hey Nova, how you doing? Hi. Alright, let me set up this next game. What? Open Steam and play. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm not worth Robux. What the heck? Why are you guys trying to purchase me? Right, and then stream. After. Alright, good night, Luna. Have a good night. Christ. Oh, whoa, wait, this music's fire. Yo, wait. Bye, Luna. Have a good one. Oh, I think I might need to. Alright. This is. Oh, let me turn it down a bit. Alright, this is Eldritch Academy. This is the other one we were going to be doing today. I'm excited. This one also looked really, really cool. Let's begin. Today's lesson is really dragging on. It's already been 3 minutes past the time we were supposed to get out. I like this. Oh, I guess me moving was not. Back over I go. Oop, I went too far. I went too far again. There we go. Oh, cute! Junka Fujikawa. From here, we can use the value of x as the radius, giving us the area of the circle. Circles! Click the circle. Ugh, me too. Oh, looks like we're past this pencil time. I'll write the rest of the answer on the board for those taking notes. After you take it down, you're all free to go. Finally. I stood up and stretched my arms. The other girls started to put away their books and group up before heading out. I adjusted my glasses and closed my notebook. I was about to leave the classroom through myself when one of my classmates approached me. Kasumi Kawamura. Hey, Yui. Geometry can be confusing sometimes, huh? Oh my goodness. I helped that aside as Kasumi at the class airhead called out to me. I wasn't even a week into my first term here at Solana Academy and everyone was already referring to each other by given name. Wow. Oh, our name is Yui Ishikami. Okay. Depends on whether or not you're paying attention. As long as you remember the formula, it's not hard. Us, we're a know-it-all. You must be better at this stuff then. These words just go over my head half the time. It probably didn't help that she spent most of today's class doodling in her notebook. Anyway, I'm going to be having dinner with Misaki later. Wanna come with? We'll have some extra room at our table. Imagine spending my dinner with Kasumi means Kasumi immediately felt sick to my stomach. Dang! Misaki may be our senior, but she seemed to know Kasumi from before enrolling here. This led to an awkward event during move-in last week and ended with them publicly agreeing to date one another. Oh, they're gay! That's like about saying next time as they tried to out-flirt each other, maybe want to gag. Okay, that's fair. That's valid. Wait. We're so nimble core. Oh my god. We're literally just nimble. Sorry, I'll have to pass. I promised someone else already. Yeah, we're literally just nimble. Alright. Well, maybe another time then. See you later, Yui. Goodbye. As Kasumi left the classroom, I'm in a comfortable thought room for my head. Now I have to show up to dinner with someone, and Kasumi will call me out on it tomorrow. Guess I better find someone who isn't busy this evening. I thought I'd stop by my own dorm room and drop off my books before I went scouting for someone that asked to dinner. On my forehead as I tried to think of someone who wouldn't be too annoying to eat with. There was that one girl I met at the library on moving day. She seemed pretty quiet, so I wouldn't have to talk to her if we had nothing to say to each other. If only I knew which floor she lived on, or at least remembered her name. Yeah, no, Nimble secretly wrote this. Trofukuda. Hey, something up? Ah, cute! You're hiding something from us, Nimble. Right around the Cho, who lived on the same floor as me. She seemed rather tomboyish, but wasn't helped by the fact she insisted on wearing her uniform pants instead of a skirt. So? I tried to notice about this, some of her long hair seemed to refuse to obey the gravity, as usual. Something about her rubbed me the wrong way. I generally tried to avoid her, but if even her would let me keep a distance from Kasumi and Misaki. Hey Cho, how's the day been going so far? Cho shrugged and sighed. It's going. Geometry dragged on beyond belief, though. Hell, I think even Miss Kuchikawa just wanted that class over with. So real. That class did test the limits of my patience. It was 3 minutes. You never had a teacher hold you so late that you get in trouble for being late in your next class? Well, at least it's over now. I had some manga I wanted to catch up on, so I'll probably head over to the library for a bit. I was about to turn to leave, but I took a step of action to keep her attention. Actually, what are your plans for dinner? Have room for one more? I rubbed the back of her neck and smirked a bit, which really put me at ease. You actually want to eat with me? I thought you told me a few days ago that you'd rather eat alone. Well, you see, did you piss someone off? I signed adjusting my glasses. That's ridiculous. I was just asking. I'm about to ask the other girls I was going to eat with. I don't want to bring someone in unannounced. It's just dinner. You have a secret club or something? No, but one of the girls tends to be quiet. She might not want anyone else to eat with us. If she's fine with it, I'm sure you could join us. Why does it have to be so complicated? I'm just asking to sit next to you while I eat. Alright, can we talk to the other girls then? Sure thing. I'm sure at least one of them will be in the library, so head over there. You can read some of my manga if they're late. We'll see. Dang. I followed Cho to the library, hoping her friend was feeling generous. I'm thinking I have to avoid being nagged by Kasumi. Maybe I should just agree to eat with her, then act like I was sick or something. I know these girls are gonna do the very thing I'm avoiding Kasumi for. He's already here. That's convenient. Man, we just really do not want to see lesbian affection. Lotion! the book, it says lotion. Cho brushed the girl's long hair and was reading something at a table. I noticed that she was wearing a scarf despite the fair weather. Hey Kagami, how's it going? Kagami, the name sounds familiar. Kagami Nakayama. Milkshake? Maybe. Good afternoon, Cho. My day has been acceptable so far. How have you been? Geometry sort of pulled the whole day down. At least it's over with. At my high school, my principal made me late for my class, and I went to late. The teacher sent me to the principal. That's so funny. By the way, my classmate Yui was wondering if she could eat with us. It took me a moment, and I remembered where I knew Kagami from. On moving day, Kagami was a girl I met in the library. Between all the other people that day, she was actually bearable. She also seemed really formal, using fancy language and excessive honorifics, but now that everyone was acting so familiar with each other, maybe she won't call me... After me, Miss Yui. I guess I'm not perfect here to stay for now. You met? You met? Kagami nodded and putting her book down. Oh, she doesn't look happy that we're here. She does not look happy. She looks pissed, dude. Yes, you and I spoke briefly on move-in day. Yeah, not once since, though. Not scoring high on commitment there, Yui. Whatever. Kagami was from a different homeroom and didn't share a club or anything. Why would I need to keep in contact? That's so real. Look at that day. Oh no, I bet. All the way to Principal Hall's office and all the way back to class and all the way back. Oh man. I'd be delighted to have Miss Yui join us for dinner. Cool, in that case, we'll just have to wait for Akomi. She'll be around soon enough, I'm sure. No name I felt familiar with, probably from a moving day mishap. Akomi, I think I ate with her when first checking out the dining hall. She had at least twice as much food as me and still stuck around for more. What are we gonna do in the meantime? I was gonna reread a few volumes of Magical Girl Haruka-tan to catch up in time for the next issue. W. Time playing, I felt like everything I knew about Cho was shattered. Magical Girl Haruka-tan? You read that? Yeah, sir. Yeah, that's our problem. That's in the type. You're not cooking enough for that kind of thing. Choke Brown rubbing the back of her neck. Aww. I have a stretch to assume that we've been in the same class for like a week. And not once I've ever seen you do anything I'd expect from someone who reads a Magical Girl manga, much less Magical Girl Haruka-tan. Dang, what the heck? Joe may have a point. You only know each other for a week, so behavior is going to be easily predictable. Can't believe that even Kagami would side against me with Magical Girl Haruka-tan involved. Whatever, forgot I brought it up. So I take it you're interested in joining me? I'll pass. I'll see if there's anything actually interesting here. Aww. Gershon apparently yielding the argument. Suit yourself. After an uncomfortable hour of reading in the library, Cho convinces us to go ahead to the dining hall and meet Akobi there. Oh, she's cute! When we got to our table, another girl scurried up from behind us, late to keeping trays of food on the table. Hell yeah. Why does the text box look like it's a Halloween? I think it's because this is like a horror-themed one. Sorry, I forgot about the whole being in the library thing. I made sure to get everyone plenty to eat, though. Besides, the girl sat down. There's no mistaking her. She was the same Akomi that I had met in moving day. She certainly hadn't gone any smaller since then. Looking at this, I think you knew we'd ever have someone else today. I don't know. We'll see. Akomi knows me sound lightly, clasping her hands together. Akomi Miyazaki. Oh, you! I haven't seen you months since moving. Not wrong there. If I wasn't so hungry, I'd pinch those adorable cheeks of yours. I leaned away from Akomi, scowling. It's a good thing you're hungry, then. Akomi pounded, but it was pretty clearly faked. You have to withhold your share until you let me tickle you if you're going to be like that. Ooh! Your money's on Scarf Girl? Real. I think... New ribbon story all over again? Oh. I sighed and shook my head, looking away. Don't scare her away, Akomi. Alright, you're safe for today, Yui. How kind of you. Oh, wow. Did she always have to be like this? Maybe I'd been better off with Kasumi Misaki. At least with them I went on to be flirted with. Miss Yui, may I ask why you decided to eat with us today? Ah, well, you see... Tallest one dies first, right? You're dying red hair. Maybe. I think Akino. Oh, you see, I was trying to come up with a finish to be over it. Kasumi from our class seemed nearby when Kasumi from our class always nearby when dining hall. Did you two have a fight? I sighed and touched my glass in annoyance. Trust me, that's not by choice, and no, I didn't get into a fight with anyone. Also, we are so short. I just told Kasumi I made plans with someone, so I can't be seen alone today or she'll pester me about tomorrow. All girls looking at each other. Cho and Kagami were hard to read from their neutral expressions, but even Akami seemed really serious. Just suddenly, she's really real. Then they all started snickering. Even Kagami smirked a little. Wow, is this elementary school all over again? You just told her you weren't interested. Miss Yue, you make things more complicated than they have to be. That's so funny. I sighed and slouched in my seat. Laugh it up, you haven't had to sit next to Kasumi and Misaki when they start flirting. But they're so cute together. I paid good money to get someone to film what they get up to when they're alone. Whoa! Hey, yo! It says university. Oh, buddy. Ma'am? I'm not sure I'd go that far. Still, you could've just told me you didn't want to eat with her. Yeah, whoa. I huffed and looked away. Yeah, my money's on her. Her first. I huffed and looked away. Whatever. Kagami tilted her head, looking out past our table. Kasumi and Misaki are here. Huh? Oh, she's cute! Yo, wait, why did they remind me of... Give me a second. Give me a second. One moment. Hang on. Okay. Sorry. I looked up to see that Kasumi and Misaki had indeed approached our table when I wasn't looking. You don't understand. You wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand. You wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it. Hey, Yui, mind if we sit with you all? Oh, I backfired on her anyway. Let's fucking go. We're a bit late, so our usual spot's already taken. Since you're Kasumi's classmate, we thought we'd ask first. God damn it. Let's freaking go! Of course, pick some room, Yue. All that effort ended up being completely pointless. I'm still sitting in on Kasumi and Misaki flirting with each other. I just managed to find some company. That's so funny. Oh, that's so funny. Look at the queens flirting. I don't like that she's sitting next to them, though. How long have you two known each other? Kazu and I have gone to the same schools ever since we were little. Guess it's been about 9 years now. That's right, Misa. You could say we're childhood friends, yeah? That explains why you two are so familiar with each other. Yeah, I don't know what it'd be like if I hadn't met Kazu. Oh boy. Not the childhood friends to lovers. Oh boy. I stared at my food and poked at it a few times, trying to pay as little attention as possible. I didn't want to deal with this today. It's literally Nimble! Literally Nimble. Literally. I need Nimble to play this game. I need Nimble to play this game one day. Oh my god, please. I'll literally let Nimble play it on my account. I need them to play this. Hey, watch what you're doing, Yue. You're gonna spill your food. That was a tiring day. Let's also have to sneak away while they make plans for what they do at their dinner. I'm gonna double my money and vote that the character was similar to Nimble. But we're the protagonists! Still, I feel exhausted. I didn't expect dinner to take so long. I was trapped in a dining hall for almost 2 hours. It's over now, at least. I might as well go to sleep early today. So I took off my glasses and uniform before I flopped on my bed, closed my eyes as soon as I felt the pillow beneath my head. Hey! Wake up! Whoa! I was about to upright to the sound of someone pounding on my door. What the hell? The pounding continued. I looked over at my clock. It was around 3 a.m. Who is still up this early in the morning? UA, hurry up and get out here. This better not have been a prank. I started to put my glass on before unlocking the door and confronting the person who disturbed my sleep. Is it Cho? Of course it's you. It is Cho. Standing outside my room, the look on her face was Cho. Wait, did you sleep for the emergency announcement? We need to get to the dining hall. Oh? What are you talking about? You already did sleep through, did you? Someone attacked a student and they think the assignment is still on the loose. I felt my chest tighten when those words sunk in. What? How does it even happen? Who died? Who cares? We need to get to the dining hall like the announcement said. I was staying in a room with the doors locked. Look, I don't know much more than you do. All I know is the announcement said to meet in the dining hall. Damn it, fine. Let's go already. Anything to avoid social interaction. Cho and I took off at the dining hall. I started to wish I had put my uniform on or something before leaving my room, but it's too late now. When we got to the entrance to the dining hall, a number of girls were staring at something in the middle of the hallway instead of going in. What's everyone staring at? Oh, Cho peeked around and her eyes went wide. Is that... What is it? I shoved past the girl to see what I was staring at, agreeing with disturbed sight. Laying on the floor was Kasumi, her arm bleeding all over. Misaki, the school nurse, Miss Harada were sitting on either side of her. Heck, Kasumi? Oh, shit. What the hell's going on? No scratch marks? I looked more closely, expected that Cho was right. Kasumi had been scratched by a massive claw. Not I expect a knife wound to look, that's for sure. Stop gawking! Into the dining hall, everyone! A few hurried apologies, the crowd around Kasumi began to disperse. Where's her bandage? Cho rushed to Kasumi's side as soon as the crowd dissipated. I stepped towards her and tried to pull her back, but she was too quick for me. Misaki, what happened? Misaki looked up on the barely conscious Kasumi with tears in her eyes. I don't know. She was heading back to her room after being with me, but then I heard a scream. And when I got to her, she was like this. I moved in closer and grabbed Cho by the shoulder. Cho, we should go into the dining hall. Just a minute, Yue. I was about to pull Cho up and drag her away when we were joined by Akumi and Kagami. The two of them moved past me and asked the nurse if Kasumi was going to survive. Yeah, that's the important part. Like, damn. We've lost a lot of blood, but if I can stop the bleeding and take her to a hospital, we might be able to save her. Oh. Is there anything you can do to help? I'd like to help call an ambulance. You need to get her out of here as soon as we can. What if her attacker is still here? It would be safe to move her. Everyone's pointing towards the dining room. Continuing. Inside. Did you hear this is an emergency? Dang. Alright, wait. Me? She's awake! It came from... Oh, she's gonna die. She's gonna heckin' die. I'll be right, cousin. I'm gonna call an ambulance. We're gonna make do this. Came from the restricted building. Oh, the restricted building. Full-on Academy was divided into 3 buildings. One was used for classes and held all the classrooms and a few club rooms. This building, the dorm room, held the rest of the classrooms, personal bedrooms, the dining hall, etc. Right. And then there's a restricted building, I guess. The 3rd building is an old dorm building that was considered off limits. Students tend to refer to it as a restricting building. Something bad must have happened to it in the past since the main entrance was sealed off with Shinto charms. Restricted building is not accessible. The doors are sealed. It was open. That shouldn't be possible. Someone should have noticed as the seals were removed. She was right. It may have been off limits, but the old building was still attached to the classroom building. Anyone who moved between the classroom and the building and the dorm should have seen the missing or broken seal. There's something else inside, too. So we're going to bring Komura out front. Asahara, take my phone and call an ambulance. There's an imposter. It's her. Speaking of handing Misaki your phone to return to the rest of us, we need to remind you that we're under lockdown. The national part of me wanted nothing more than room with Mama and just wait in the dining hall for the stint. I felt like something was tugging at me, telling me that something was being covered up. Despite knowing I forgot it, I ran past Miss Fukawa as soon as she turned to help Miss running past me. Machi Hirata. Hey! Where do you think you're going? I noticed just behind me kept running towards the entrance to the restricted building. When I stopped to catch my breath, I heard footsteps behind me. I turned around, expecting to see Miss Fukawa, but instead it was Akumi, Cho, and Kagami. What the heck are you doing, Yue? I told you to come back. Doesn't look like you listened either. Try to sentence to retrieve you. I sighed and rubbed my forehead. Well, as long as we're here, let's check the restricted building entrance and then we'll head right back. I was silent for a moment, but the dude nods in between the others and Chill looked at me. Nimble! Oh my god, you're here! Look, this person is literally you! On such a spiritual level. Nimble, you don't understand. This character literally went and sat with these 3 girls at dinner to avoid seeing affection from her friends, and then was mad when her friends who were dating came over and said affection anyway. This person literally went to find people to distract themselves with, to not look stupid, because they didn't want to see 2 lesbians flirting with each other, but their plans got thwarted because they sat there anyway. It's literally you. Literally, I'm mean my ass. It's literally Nimble. Let's make it quick then. I'm a bit curious too. I nodded and led them the rest of the way to restricting buildings. Oh. As Kasumi had told us, the doors were open, the seals laid on the floor torn apart. Yo, look how fucked up it looks in there. I wanna go in. Who would want to open this door in the first place? Someone curious? It's never a good reason to do anything. Who said the person who opened this door who opened this had a good reason? Real. We were quiet for a moment until Akomi broke the silence. What sort of person do you think was trapped in there? Literally. Person? Someone must have heard Kasumi, right? She said they came from here. Kasumi said that it came from here. Might have been a wild animal nose trapped inside. That explained the wounds Kasumi suffered. Well, mission accomplished. Let's head back before Miss Fujikawa decides to expel us for being insubordinate. Serial killer real. I was about to nod in agreement when I saw something shine a bit, just inside the entrance to the restricted building. Just a moment, I want to check something real quick. I walked to the ground and reflected that I saw 4 strange objects on the ground. I picked one of them up, it looked like a flower petal, but it was hard as rock. I felt a low hum in my chest as I rubbed the petal of it. The moment the petal changed from orange green to the color that reminded me of my hair. What the heck is this thing? Two gasps were behind me to cause me to turn around. When I saw it, I almost dropped the petal I had picked it up. Standing between us and the hallway leading back to the dorms was a monstrous thing. Yeah, that's the protagonist. Its puny eyes stared at us through rows of teeth too large for its mouth, and its arms had massive claws at the ends. I think we found what attacked Kasumi. Komi ran over to me and hugged me tight. What do we do now? Dark Girl's the killer, you just can't prove it. Yo, this is the most emotion we've seen her have. Whoa. The protagonist is Nimble. He looks dapper. Any escape plan? We could flee to the restricted building and hope there's a way to evade it. Sounds risky. The low hum I felt on my chest returned, and I see the petal I picked up vibrate in my hand. Sounds like a whisper seemed to call to me. Komi, could you get off me for a second? Komi broke like a go, and I held up the petal. This had better be about to do something impressive. Without warning, the petal flashed and started to change. When the transformation was complete, I held a sword in my hand. This might come in handy. Monster roared at me, turning away from the bright flash that came from my petal-turned sword. I moved in a ready stance. Despite never having fought before, it felt natural to me. The monster swiped at me with one of his claws, but a quick step to the side was all I needed to evade the attack. Are we sure we're not hallucinated? I mean, he got a dumpy, so I see it. I retaliated with a cut to the neck, but his arm drawing blood. The creature roared angrily, though it didn't seem phased. Swung at me again with the other claw, but a quick parry gave me enough time to step out of the way, struck where I'd been standing. Probably confused that neither of its attacks had connected, the monster growled at a low voice and grated its teeth together with an annoying screech. Nah, I'm just playing this game and watching Nimble beat up a lizard. Satisfied that it knew it couldn't hit me, I decided it was my turn to attack. I began swinging my sword at the monster. Held its claw in a defensive stance, but after the first few hits, it started to lose its footing. After another few, it raised its other claw feebly to hold my sword at bay. It didn't take long before the monster was panting for breath. Foregoing defense and spring at me desperately. Not stopping to think, I charged and plunged the sword into the monster's chest. Let's go. Nah, I'm not scaly. Just speaking, the sword dissolved in my hand, leaving only the petal. Taking a deep breath, I turned to the others and saw them gasping at me. What the hell did you just do? Who? I started motioning towards where the other petals were still lying on the floor. I think I know how I didn't expect a rock shaped like a flower petal to turn into a sword. The other girls walked over to the petals lying on the floor, each taking one. After picking up her metal, Kagami pointed past me. Miss Yue, look behind you. I turned to realize that the dead monster was fading away into a black mist as if it hadn't really existed at all. The hell? Yeah, I was like, cool. I just think Nico's cute. Wow! Since had coming home and Nagi Nada in her hands, marking as she tested different ways to grip it. She held up her petal and transformed into a sword. The design was different from mine. She just seemed to be holding it in a strange way. Meanwhile, Kagami's petal somehow separated into two separate knives, but she twirled in the hands for a moment. So, anyone know what the hell these things are? No idea. Nope. I've not encountered anything such as this before. Say so strawberry, real. Figured as much. These petals are kind of cool. Almost like magic weapons from a fantasy story. I bet they can come in handy if more of those things show up. Yeah, but for now, we should close the store and head back. The ads are arriving. This game's good so far, though. I like it. The protagonist is literally nimble. And the music isn't bop. What? It's literally you. I don't make the rules. Pretty good. Feels pretty good. Nimble's cooler than I'll ever be. That'd be hysterical. That'd be really funny. Real. Nah. Yep, have fun. Check my Discord. Such a bop, though. Let's go. Everybody's returning slowly but surely. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Sounds like a plan. Closed the door to the restricted building and started heading back to the dorms. When we got back, we found that Miss Hirata and Misaki had taken Kazumi outside to wait for the ambulance. The emergency lockdown thing was called off not off long after we got back. After a lecture from Miss Fujigawa, we were sent back to our rooms. I was tired from being woken up in the middle of the night. So a lot of the details escaped me. I just remember holding the medal I had found as I went back to sleep. I wonder what it is. Morning came, so I got out of bed and got dressed for class as usual. After I put on my uniform and brushed my hair, I took the petal from my desk and rubbed it in my hand for a moment before placing it in my skirt pocket. They have pockets! Lucky. Brr, brr, brr. Okay, this game's amazing. They thought into the future. What I walked into the classroom, everyone was whispering to each other. I got to class with only a few minutes to spare, but Miss Fujikawa wasn't in the room yet. I didn't think much of it as I sat down at my seat. A few girls sat around me and looked at me from the corner of their eyes before going back and whispering to each other. I sighed and looked at the time. Miss Fujikawa was late. I was about to close my eyes and get some rest. Miss Fujikawa and Cho walked into the classroom together. I looked over Cho's empty desk. How do you know she wasn't here on time? I apologize for the delay. We'll get started with the lesson momentarily. Huh? Thank you, Say-So. I appreciate it. You see, right? Ishikawa, I need to speak you out to class, so don't go anywhere once class is dismissed. I nodded, barely holding back a groan of annoyance. She was probably still upset that I insisted on checking the restricted building. I don't know, man. But anyway, class went by as normal. Other girls seemed distracted, but otherwise it was a normal day. Once classes had anyone, everyone else was prepared to leave for the day. The whispers from before class resumed as girls filled out the room. After a few minutes, only Cho and I were left with Miss Fujikawa. Real. Would you come with me, please? We need to have everyone present before we begin. Are we in trouble? Miss Fujikawa examined me silently for a moment, disapproving. Ew. Thank you. I appreciate it, Strawberry. Next time once we have the other two. With that, Miss Fujikawa motioned for us to follow her. Oh? I don't ask Cho what was going on, but decided it would be best to let Miss Fujikawa explain when she was ready. As I suspected was happening, Miss Fujikawa led us to Kagami and Okami's homeroom. Excuse me. The two of them were waiting patiently outside the room, worried expressions on their faces. Miyazaki, Nakayama, this way. Okay. The four of us followed Miss Fujikawa in silence. After walking down several hallways, we came to an unused club room which she directed us into. Real. Escape! There was a table with 5 seats in the otherwise sparsely furnished club room. Each of us tentatively took a seat and waited for Miss Fujikawa to explain what she needed us for. No, that's real. After taking a seat herself, Miss Fujikawa took a deep breath and looked at me. I've been told that I need to discuss something with you. As much as I'd like to scold you for disobeying me last night, apparently something much more important has come up.
Okay. So I spent like 30 minutes trying to do it, but unfortunately I couldn't get it done by the time we had to leave. And I only made 2 mistakes. Which is really good, because Indy told me that it would make most trainees' brain explode, and the fact that it didn't like phase you and that you actually did it is a good job.
Thanks. I'm back in my flesh. Well, that's good. Were they impressed at least?
Which makes some of the most
Based on what I learned from Cho this morning, I understand you girls found some sort of petals. Oh, Cho told the teacher. Petals? You mean these things, right? I'm shrimping. I dug up my petal and held it out to Miss Fujikawa. See, she nodded slowly. Yes, does. Fukuda tells me you four found them just inside the old dorm room's building's entrance. Is that correct? Yes. I'm sure you've noticed they aren't made of any normal material, and they have some interesting properties. Oh, so she knows. Like turning into weapons and casting spells? Exactly. Do you know what they are? No, but I did spend some time speaking with Fukuda about those petals this morning. Maybe explain what you discussed to your friends? Yeah, there's a catch with these things. Turns out when it's its imprint on someone you know because it changes to your hair color, it can't be used by anybody else. Oh. Bean! I see. That's why Miss Fujikawa didn't ask me to hand over my petal. Confiscating it does her no good. That makes sense. So now that we're imprinted on the petals, only we can use them. But so what? The monsters in the restricted building, Miss Fujikawa said that only we can hurt them. Oh, so now we're monster hunting. Huh? There's more than one? I don't do that much. Those seals were torn down were the only things keeping them inside from what I'm told, so now the monsters can leave the old dorms. Just get them resealed? Wait, if those things are on the loose, why are we still here? Shouldn't the school be evacuated? Monsters only appear at night for whatever reason will enforce a curfew. Dang. Monster Hunting Club. Isn't this sort of a big deal? It is a problem, yes, but it's not one the school is unaware of, apparently. Administration suspected the seals would fail eventually. Does he know about these things? Yeah, why don't what? They just knew? Not me personally, but after yesterday, a number of previously secret regulations have been relayed to everyone on the campus. What? Yeah. Either that, or it's the principal. I think the principal might have something to do with this. It's at this point, things will continue as normal for the students, and you four could have went on like this never happened if you're not imprinting on this pet. So see, I Miss Fujikawa calls out there. I wasn't liking where this was going. We're gonna have to fight the monsters. That is correct. Miss Fujikawa sighed. It only matters now. If you had insisted on exploring the restricted building yesterday morning, you wouldn't have been held responsible for cleaning this up. For now, the best the school can do is ease your burden and help you with your new duty protecting us from the monsters. What sort of help are we talking about here? Bro, I know. I'm lost too. What the heck? Monster Hunter side plot? Not that you're the only ones that can kill the monsters here, except from the new evening curfew and may occasionally skip morning class for some extra rest. This makes the teenagers right? That sounds fair. Yeah, what else? So likely any place you four are going to be granted the use of this club room. Our club usually need at least 5 members. Yeah, so we noticed this as a special case. Who'll be our advisor? Will you fulfill the role? In a sense, I'll be listed as your club advisor, but not there's much help I can do to help you. Add me to the game, I'll do the old killer once you find the imposter. No real. I mean, it's a way to do it. My hand from Miss Fujikawa to stop. This was a lot to take in at once. Let me get this straight. Because we're connected to these petals, we're the only ones that can stop the monsters, there's nothing else that can be done? Seems that way. I really wish we didn't have to give you four so much responsibility. It's too late to change that now. Okay. Taking enough of your time, I'm sure you four need to talk this over amongst yourselves. I'll be in my room at the faculty office if you need me. Miss Fujikawa stood and exited the room. Sure, sure, might as well just spit in my face. Real. Done, crossbow at my desk. We all looked around at each other. Guess you have no choice, huh? It does appear that way. Chun leaned back and put her arms behind her head. Hey, Yue, didn't have much trouble with that one monster she fought. We just need to pace ourselves. Besides, the monsters only come out at night. We don't have to change the rest of our day too much. I guess you're right. Besides, this way I get to spend more time with you all. Oh my god, Nibble's gonna have more friends. I sighed, rubbing my forehead. Wonderful. I rubbed her chin and thought, we should decide on a club name. Why? It's not a real club. It doesn't mean we shouldn't have a name. Let's just come up with something. I thought I lowered my head to think. Nothing came to mind. I have an idea. What's your idea? Cho stood up and held up a fist. The Demon Killing Brigade. I almost cringed when I heard her say that. Are you serious? Oh, that sounds cool. Let's go with that. Hold on. Did no one else have any ideas, Kagami? I am amenable to Cho's idea. I did not come up with any suggestions on my own. What about you, EA? We just need you to make it a unanimous decision. I sighed and resisted the urge to bury my face in my hands. Why demon killing brigade? Well, we're fighting monsters, right? So we're like demon hunters. And brigade just sounds cool. The magical fangirl. Well, some magical girls fight too. We're not much different with these transforming petal things. No, we are magical girls, literally. I grumbled, wishing Cho had come up with anything else for a club name. You're so right. Literally us. This is like if we had a spawn. It's cursed. Fine, I'm only going to call it DKB. Don't expect to say the full name out loud. Cool, let's write it down so we can give the name to this Fujikawa when we see her next. Instead of inducted the empty classroom we were already in. We should bring a few supplies in for when we have meetings. Since our job is to keep the monsters in a restricted building, we should meet every night as the sun is going down. I like that plan. It does sound feasible. Sounds good to me. Yeah, snilk. Alright then, we'll take this day off to prepare the club room. Starting tomorrow, we need to get serious. I like how they all agreed to go along with my plan, heading out to bring their contributions to the club with my permission. So we're the president now. I was going to be forced to grow up and might as well be the leader. Wow. Act 1. Class was a lot quieter than usual today. A lot of the girls seemed on edge. Not that I blame them, with monsters getting loose and all. I wonder how much we're allowed to tell people outside school about this. I know, right? Except that even if anyone told their families about this, the faculty would get them some bullshit about how they're in the monsters. As a prank or something. Nimble for leader, nimble for leader. Sadly enough, I believed the story if I hadn't seen the monster. I decided thought and tried to focus on the lesson. Once class ended, I walked through the hallway slowly. I had plenty of time before I'd need to meet with the DKB and prepare to fight the monsters, but I didn't really have plans for that time. I just saw something that made my jaw hit the floor. And so I found myself in the club room with the others who had all brought something to do. Despite how excited they had been when we were told we had a club room to work with, it seemed like no one was really ready to try and invite anyone else to do something with them. Sighing, I went over to Kagami, who was sketching on a notepad at some time. What are you drawing? Kagami glanced up for a moment, then resumed drawing. That monster we saw, one that hurt Kasumi, gave me an idea for something. Idea for what? Kept drawing. The only sound coming from her being the sound of her pencil against the paper. I had to give up and walk away when she turned the notepad around and showed me sketches of some kind of monster or animal drawn with basic shapes. This is what I've accomplished so far. This just looks like a collection shape right now. How are you supposed to do it? It's easier to complete a complex shape by breaking it down to simpler shapes. She's not wrong. I took a closer look, trying to figure out what the thing would look like when finished. It certainly has teeth like the thing we saw. But why do you want to draw something like that in the first place? Kagami frowned, and I noticed that her eyes seemed dull, almost like not enough light was reflecting. The fact it'll fit right in with the tone of the project I'm intending to use it for. What kind of project do you mean? I played with Scar for a moment and then took a deep breath and looked up at me. When it may be best to demonstrate to you directly, may I show you the finished product when it's ready? Oh, sure! I'll take a look. What was your project? A comic or something? I'll let you finish the sketch then. Good luck. What am I thinking to do it? Alright, I'm gonna have a hard time getting used to that. Hi, Mesnin. How you doing? I turned away from Kagami, looking at what the other two had brought with them. To one side, I saw Komi setting up her laptop with a DVD player. She winked away at me when she saw me looking at her. On the other side, I saw Cho reading something, comics or manga by the look of it. Oh, how'd it go? Oh, we get our first choice of the game. Do we want to watch with Akomi or do we want to read with Kira? Well, actually, ads are starting soon. The bad choice? I don't know what the bad choice is. There is no bad choice. We'll have to decide when I come back, when I stop. I actually have to use the bathroom since it's really low. Well, they both are possible, so I'll be right back. Activity talk. I'm back. Hello. Let's see what Cho's doing. Also, guess who has to delay the area movie stream one more day? I'm so mad. But it'll be alright. I have to delay it until tomorrow night because I got called in to work a shift tomorrow. So I can't stay up super late. We might be able to watch one movie. So we'll pick one of the movies and then we'll watch the other one tomorrow. All time the retro is sitting and pulled up a chair. What is the not a tomboy reading. You're really upset about that, aren't you? What made you think I was a tomboy? Uniform was a good start, and I see you're still wearing it even outside of classes. Well, I ended up repurposing a lot of my other outfits, so this is the only one I have left that's still normal. Oh? What does that mean? Feel better lip, waving the topic away. Nothing. You said you wanted to know what I was reading? Hello, Animal. Real. Peeled up the book she was reading and I sighed. Magical Girl Harukuten. It's like you can't escape that hell. That's so fair, Nimble. That's so fair. She grimaced, pulling the book closer to her. Is there a reason why you hate Harukuten so much? I think you had that reaction earlier, too. I looked at the floor and clutched my hands to my fist, recalling my history with that series. It's just not a good series. I like it. Recollection of my time when my mom made me wear an outfit from the series came to mind and I grit my teeth in response. Nothing even happened to it. It's just a cute excuse to get Harukuten and wear fancy dresses. The whole first book is some sort of monsters that want to make everyone look foreign, then they scream one the opposite. I don't remember the plot after that. Excuse all the fancy dresses, none of the characters are even that interesting. I was glad the anime adaptation got cancelled. It would have been a waste of time and money to animate that mess. I started raising my voice and I panicked and glanced over where the others were. It got me an seemed too interested in whatever Akumi was watching to respond to my rant. Think about it, Joe. I saw she was slowly putting her book onto the table. Bad experience with it, huh? Yeah, my mom made me read it when it first came out. Sorry. Besides, playing with her hands and keeping your eyes averted from me. Well, what do you read then? At least manga-wise. Dang. Soon. Manga-wise, I'm still watching. Thank you for the alert. W. I went over a few things in my head, trying to figure out which one would be worth bringing up. Salvation Vigilante was a good one. Paladin the Elf was also good, but it changed a lot from the novel version. I can try to see if I can find those and give them a shot. Maybe we can figure out where we have common interest from there? Maybe. After that, it was nearly time for dinner. We ended up going to get food together, all of us probably thinking about what we'd have to do tonight. I headed to the DKB club room when the sun started to set outside. Before long, the rest of the DKB had arrived as well. So, everyone ready for this? As ready as we can be, I think. Have any of you made sure our pedals still work? As if she had been waiting for someone to say it, Cho held up her pedal and it transformed into her sword. Mine seems to. I backed away and stepped and scowled at Cho. Hey, warn us before you swing that thing around. Cho nodded with an awkward look on her face, lowering the sword. Sorry, didn't mean to surprise you. I sighed and fixed my glasses. Anyway, it seems our pedals still work. That's good. I was a bit worried they might not work when we need them to. Not worried enough to check yourself, apparently. Are we ready to go? Did you even check? I crossed her arms and frowned. I have a question. What is it? I was thinking, perhaps we should spend the teens from the explode restricted building. Thank you, very good. That might help us search the area more quickly now that you mention it. But would that be safe? If we got into trouble, it'd just be two of us against whatever we find. We'll all still be in the same building. If one group gets in each other, the other can come over and help. What if we're both in trouble? Besides, if we all group up, we just have to watch the entrance the whole night. Monster was excuse me, thank you. I nodded, considering the options presented so far. That too, since only we can fight these things, we don't want to let them happen. Real. Hey, that'd be bad. I think a few months might be a good idea. It's a weird agreement? Nodded. Akumi and Joe also seemed alright with the plan. Sounds like, Takami, I'm thinking we should partner up. That sounds acceptable to me. Stop though. That means I get Joe, right? That's how you want to put it. Well, be careful in there. You two be careful too. Alright, we're going. Oh yeah, we left the DKB club room and head to a restricted building ahead of the others. The dark hallways were empty when we arrived, but I knew better than to take the chances after seeing what happened to Kasumi. Keep your weapon at the ready, Kagami. Acknowledged. We transformed our pedals into our weapons and headed deeper into the restricted building. Silence hung over us as we explored the hallways. After half an hour or so passed, I started to tense up from anticipation, nearly jumping at Kagami's footsteps a few times. Have you seen anything, Miss Yue? No, nothing yet. Man, when's someone gonna die? I crossed her arms and closed her eyes. Perhaps we should rely more on our sight to locate the monsters then. It's a good point. We could probably hear these things long before we see them. You seem to be about to say something when a tapping sound broke the silence. Do you hear that? Yeah. We both stood still for a moment, but the tapping stopped. We should proceed with caution. I nodded and held my sword at the ready, looking around for any sign of where the tapping may have come from. After a few seconds, the tapping began again. I listened closely and looked up in the direction it seemed to be coming from. Oh, shit! Above us was an abomination that looked like a spider with a human face, only the face was distorted and expressionless like a mask. He got me above us. Left the creature a moment. She nodded. It's on the ceiling. Appears we've located our target. Gross. Oh, we could shoot ice shards now, I guess. The image for legs today with the sound of fall. The pressure allows it to the mom. Sometimes it didn't seem too phased by them, however, it did leap down to the floor after being hit. However, Kagami bounded over the monster and sliced off one of its legs using both her knives as their scissors. Monster swung another of its legs like Kagami in retaliation, but she sprung out of range before the attack landed. Legs are weak and so let's remove them. Good idea. They're going. I ran at the monster and froze its front legs to the floor before it could raise them to strike. Once I was close enough to attack, I hacked off one of its frozen legs. The monster screamed as it tried to flee its legs to counter, but it wasn't quite strong enough to break the ice encasing its limbs. Just cut its head off. I continued lopping out the monster's legs until it's only a torso and head. The mask-like face stared at us without any sign of emotion. As the monster wasn't fading away despite missing all its limbs. About to step forward in a killing blow when Kagami stepped over the monster. Kagami cut the head off the monster with one swift motion without any hesitation, but instead of falling to the floor, the head continued to float. The mask like flung itself at Kagami and shrieked. I flinched at the sound and wanted to cover my ears. I was about to fling an ice projectile with the mask again, with Kagami when she stabbed it with one of her knives and flung it away. Oh. The mask in his former body began to fade away, but the memory of that shriek stuck in my mind. Dang. Did that not deafen you? Kagami looked at me and frowned. It was painful to hear that from up close, but it would have been worse had I not reacted quickly. He rubbed the side of her head, apparently not as immune to the monster's scream as I had thought she was. Before the kill the monster. For real. We should keep that in mind. Let's try the head of the monster to kill it. If we see it again, we do not want to repeat it tonight. Yeah, no kidding. Just my glasses, looked around for any sign of another monster might attack. Well, let's get back to patrolling. After exploring the hallways a bit longer, Kagami and I headed back to the entrance. Once everyone was back from patrolling, we headed to the rooms for the night. Misaki was waiting for me just outside my room while I was on my way to class. She was leaning against the wall looking at her feet. I was about to walk past her when she looked up at me. Yue. Oh. I sighed and turned to face her. What is it? I need to get to class. I know, Misaki turned her face away from me. There's a faraway look in her eyes as if she was looking at something in the distance. What about Kazu? Do you know if she'll be alright? Why are you asking me this? Misaki sighed and looked at me in the eyes. I felt my chest tightening with frustration. Does she have classes to get to? Dang. Just worried about Kazu. I don't want to lose her. It's not like I could do anything about it, you know. His face hardened into a frown. Right. Sorry. Misaki looked at me for another moment before shaking her head and walking away. I sighed with relief that the conversation was over and turned and headed to class. Ooh. At Akomi's request, we all met in the classroom a little bit ahead of time we had originally agreed to hold meetings. Once everyone was present, Akomi stood up. So we've been making sure no monsters get to the rest of the school, but we don't know how many monsters there are, right? That's right, we don't know how long it'll take to clear out the restricted building at this rate. How we determine the number of monsters remaining, they don't appear during the daytime. Could be on it. Rounding. That's the thing. How do we know that the monsters aren't created when the sun sets? Maybe we'll be fighting these forever unless we find out why they keep showing up. What you're saying is, there might be something that creates the monsters at night, and unless we deal with it, the monsters might keep coming. Yeah, like a monster spawner or something. Oh my god, the Minecraft mob spawner. Shiden shrugged. I believe in you, Nim. You'll find one. For Stranger Things, it looks like these monsters are anything we expected. What if this monster spawner or whatever can't be destroyed? What do we do then? We can seal the restricted building shut like it was before. That's true. That should be a last resort. We don't want to pass this problem on to someone else because it's passed on to us. There's a possibility we have to consider. Crossed my arms and tried to think of what to do with this theory. We should start exploring the restricted building during the daytime when we don't deal with monsters. We just nodded to each other. That's the sound plan. At least it wouldn't be so creepy during the daytime. Yeah, I'm behind that plan too. Good, we'll start tomorrow. For tonight, let's just deal with any monsters we find. Clear of me. And the Komi will take... Yeah. What floor should we patrol? Just my gasless and consider the question. Joe and I will look at the second floor. You and Okomi keep eye on the first floor, just in case somebody tries to leave the building. We need to get going. We don't want anything to supply while we're here. Real. I nodded and headed towards the door of the club room, retrieving my pedal from my pocket as I went. After climbing to the second floor of the restricted building, Cho and I transformed our pedals into weapons and began patrolling the hallway. We explored sides for a few minutes, but eventually Cho seemed unable to keep quiet. So, Yue, do you think Akomi is right? That there's some sort of monster spawner that's making more of these things? Probably. Explain why these things keep showing up. Cho ran a hand for her hair and looked down the hallway. That sucked that there's some kind of thing that just makes more of these monsters. I see it happening, but it seems like it'd be really tiresome to fight this thing forever. So we found a way to stop it from making more, and making it sounds to be a bigger problem than it is. Dang, really? Yeah, maybe. I mean, we can kill them easily enough. It can't be too hard to get rid of them when we find the swords. The conversation dwindled from there, and I nearly sighed with relief when Cho had stopped bugging me. Her relief was short-lived, however. I hear something. I strained to hear what Cho had heard, and I could eventually make out the huffs and growls. I let my finger to tell Cho to stay quiet and approached the sound of the noise. It's a lizard. I grabbed the handle and tested it. When I felt it was what? I flipped it open. Lizard, lizard, lizard. If they're all male, there'd be this one dumbass who thinks he could change the monster. No, real. And everyone who wants to fuck the monster. A growl erupted from the room and the door slammed against the wall. I lifted my sword to a ready stance and prepared myself for the monster. Oh, it's a dog. What's the dog doing? A creature that appeared to be some sort of dog or wolf got to its feet, bared its teeth at me. I realized at the moment that the huge spikes were protruding from its spur. Literally armed. Alright, time for combat. Yes. Yes, it is. The beast jumped at me while it was looking at its spikes. I barely conjured up a wall of ice quick enough to block its attack. It's never explained when we learned we could shoot ice, by the way. Shards of ice scattered on the floor and the wolf lunged at me, grabbing my sword in its mouth. Cho sent Cho can just fire lightning. Cho sent both electricity to the monster's eyes, rising enough for me to pull my sword free. I took a step back, held my sword to the point of facing the monster. The wolf growled and snapped at me a few times, but didn't come within reach of my sword. The monster's feeling you do hear me out too, Nim. We don't know which end of the fox is, bruh. monster was dodging Cho's attacks, I froze one of his paws to the floor and thrust my sword into its torso. The beast howled in pain. I pulled my sword out and stabbed the monster again, hoping to kill it before it could recover. The wolf's howl cut us short. When I pulled my sword free a second time, it flopped to the floor. Flat. I watched the monster slowly, carefully, until it began to fade away. You're fine. Well, another dead monster. Took a moment to catch my breath and nodded. This better be all for tonight. One is plenty. I have to agree with you there. Oh no. I turned for the room and the monster had emerged from it and began walking down the hallway. Try to wrap up tonight's funeral. I want to get some sleep tonight. We spent another half an hour checking the hallway again, but nothing else attacked us. After we finished, we met with Akomi and Kagami in the restricted building entrance and called it a night. After breakfast, I headed straight to the entrance to the restricted building. Since there were no classes today, all the others were waiting for me when I got there. That's so creepy in the daylight. Oh no. Does appear less ominous that way. I pulled my pedal out of my pocket and gripped it tightly. 07. Alright, say so we'll be eaten. Don't forget this place. Dangerous. Keep your pedals ready in case something happens. Got it. You ready to go in? Let's do it. We go. Oh, it's much different during the day. We set foot inside the restricted building and began to search the hallways for any clues where monsters appeared from. It's significantly easier to explore the building when there is still a hint of daylight flittering through the border windows. The lack of monsters trying to kill us was a nice bonus. Why none of the monsters tried to break through the windows? They were boarded up with the wood left untouched. Took a close look at the boards. Akomi was inspecting. Seeing no claw marks or any sign of destruction, I moved to another window. That's strange. I don't remember seeing any system concealing charms from the outside. Maybe there's some other charm at work, like blessed wood or something? How's everyone feel about this so far? I'm a little lost. You might have survived. I don't know. I will be honest, I'm a little lost in the plot. I don't fully understand. But it seems pretty cool so far. Spared. Let's go. W. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get to Act 2 and then we'll stop this. This is pretty good. I think I'll probably continue this playthrough at some point. I still got it. We'll push for Act 2, and then we'll go in there. See if we'll have enough time for the movie. Blessed wood. I forgive. It could happen, I'm sure. Why would someone bless wood? Wouldn't you like to know? The board of windows and monsters might try to break through? I don't know. I tried to think of something I said dismiss this ridiculous theory, but I decided it'd be better to save my breath and adjust my glasses instead. Just salt ring, I guess. Let's look somewhere else. We only had so much daylight, and I still want to do other things before we have to patrol tonight. Then I back on show in the windows and started trying the doors. Since this building used to be before, I expected most of the doors to be locked. Yep, it's locked. You think we should request keys to these rooms, should they still exist? It couldn't hurt. Let's see if any doors in the hallway open before we head back for the day. We made our way down the hallway, checking each door only to find them locked. I was about to call it a day when a Comey tugged at my sleeve. No, right? Just kick the doors down. I found one that's open, over here. We hurried over to where Comey had found the open door. It quickly became apparent why it was open. This door was bashed in. Do you think one of the monsters did this? I shook my head, pointing at the puddle of cooled metal collecting dust on the floor, likely the only remains of the door's hinges. I haven't seen many things that melt the hinges of doors, have we? Yeah, things we fight would have just tried to burn the door down if they had a fire handy. There could have been a monster that melted the hinges. Think about it. The monsters we've seen are pretty straightforward. Melting hinges is a pretty efficient move. One that monsters wouldn't be able to figure out on their own. You're fine. No, they're fine. Leave them. Likely person to this direct case most certainly that they use magic to heat the metal. I mean, it was someone like us. Unlikely we're the first to find these petals. The real question is, why did they need to break into this room? In search of the answer, I entered the room, taking care not to trip on the broken door. Whoa. The air felt thick inside the room. It felt like there was something that didn't want me there. I tried to shake out that feeling after I walked over to a sheet draped over something in the corner. I pulled up the dusty sheet and almost gagged on the dust in the scene underneath the sheet. Oh! There's a body! Probably not. Yeah, right? A girl skeleton sat against the wall, curled into the fetal position. Her clothes were ragged and decaying, barely recognizable as a school uniform. Freaking hell. I put simplify me in a few gasps. Is that a body? What does it look like? Oh my god. Caught out some of the dust and cleared my throat for returning the others. Shouldn't be so surprised. We knew this place was sealed up for a reason, so we had expected to find previous victims at some point. Still, didn't we just figure out that a person broke into this room? Because that would mean that this girl was murdered for something, and not by a monster. I felt the chill when I realized the implications of Cho's observation. We've explored enough for today. Let's head back now. I'll ask about the keys to the dorm rooms. Should we not explore the room further? We'll do that another day. For now, we need to take a break. Real. But we've only been here for like an hour. Stomach for finding more bodies today? I'd be glad to stay and watch you vomit, but we still need to get ready for the night. Chelsea the bit surprised my outburst, but after a moment's hesitation, she nodded. Okay, fine. We'll just go then. We'll try again another day. I didn't wait for the others before leaving the room and heading back to the main building. I didn't want to mention it to the others, but the skeleton we found had shattered remains of what looked like one of our petals in its hand. Yo. Did someone get jealous of the girl and tried to kill her to steal the petal? No, that doesn't make sense. Whoever broke down the door had to have a petal themselves. No one brings tools to melt metal into a school dorm. So why was that girl killed? Oh. Well, the answer to who dies first is no one. The body has already been found. I noticed that my breathing wasn't steady once I reached the comfort of the main building, so I stopped to take a few deep breaths. I was way too much excitement for today. I spent the next afternoon doing homework trying to get what I saw in the restricted building the day before out of my head. Trying to guess how to proceed with the geometry probe when I heard a knock at my door. Sighing, I got up and walked over to the door. Coming. Opened the door, headed outside to find Cho. Hey, Yui. What are you bothering me for? You've been off since yesterday. I thought I'd check up on you before tonight's meeting. You didn't need to bother. I'm fine, Cho. If you say so. Cho ran a hand through her hair and sighed. Well, I guess I'll see you tonight then. Cho turned and headed back to her room. I tried to went back into my room. After finishing most of my homework, I headed down to the DKB club room to meet with the others. The memory of the skeleton we found and the shattered pedal beneath it flashed in my mind's eye. But I forced myself to ignore that line of thinking. I can read. Fun. I don't have to wait for others long. They joined me over the course of the next few minutes, chattering away about unrelated topics. I waved to get Akomi's attention as she finished saying something to Cho. I'm headed to the third floor tonight. I think if you want to team up, that'd be fine with me. Alright. Come a long time, just for us. Don't make me regret this. Cho chuckled a bit in motion to Kagami. Alright, that means you're with me, Kagami. Affirmative. Have fun, you two. Useless joking, real. Cho and Kagami walked out the club room together. I sighed and turned to Akomi. Have fun? We saw a dead body just yesterday. Can we have fun? Just once we could try to make the most of the night. Let's not get too close to the skeleton. Shook my head and turned to leave. Let's just get going already. I made sure to take the stairwell on the far end of the building of the room with the body. The room with the broken door when I went to the third floor. I didn't want to remember that body or the strangely colored dust beneath it right now. Akomi and I walked down the hallway stoically. Anyone watching us would probably have thought we were calm, especially since we didn't have our weapons with already. I kept my breathing steady, but sometimes I had to hold my breath when I heard a creak or other background noises interrupt the silence. Dang. It was during one of these moments where my breath was still when I heard the sound of two different breaths. I held up my pedal and started to examine the hallway around me. Akomi transformed her pedal into her naginata and leaned on it. Something wrong? I thought she sensed that something was off too, so she spoke in a whisper. I heard the sound of two people breathing when I was holding my breath. Unless you have two mouths, we aren't alone. Akomi nodded and slowly stood upright, looking around for any sign of the monster. I felt a tingling in my ears, spun around to face the direction. I saw a shape dart around the corner, just too late to avoid detecting. Real. It is time for more enemies combat. I transformed my pedal into my sword and ran towards the figure. When I reached the corner, I heard something that sounded like the flapping of wings and looked up. Oh my god, it's my Uncle Jim! Flying just above me was something that looked kind of like a giant bat. At the ends of its wings were pointed tips that were dripping a liquid of some kind. My eyes followed the path when the drop of the floor started to steam a bit. Oh, acid! He ran at me to hold her Nagita at the ready. What is it? It looks like a bat, but the liquid dropping from its wings, it doesn't look safe. Coming out into combat advance. Time for Uncle Jim to fucking die. What's the plan? He's trying to take out his wings, don't want it getting away. I wasn't sure I'd be able to freeze the monster's wings without slapping them, so I flung a few ice shards at it to get its attention. The monster dodged the projectiles, easily flying to the side and diving towards those. Get ready. I had my sword held in front of me, ready to strike. The monster flew close to me. I swung at it, but it twirled out of the way at the last moment. I was going to attempt a second strike when I felt my feet leave the ground, pain through my shoulders. I looked and realized that the monster had grabbed me and was trying to fly off with me. Oh, they've been grabbed. Help me, get me down! I tried to swing at the monster's wingtips, which were getting too close to me with each flap. I didn't know what the liquid dripping from those wingtips would do to me. Real. It's like live leak footage. Oh man. Akomi chased after me, charging a fireball in her hand. She took careful aim before she flung the blast at the monster. So she could just shoot fire. Monster cried out in surprise from the attack and let me go. Let me go instantly. I barely had time to think of how close I was to being hit by the fireball since I ended up sprawling on the floor after the fall. You are okay. I'll live. I forced myself to my feet, trying my best to ignore the pain in my shoulders. I turned and saw the monster had landed on the floor after being hit. Don't let it take flight again. I froze the monster to the floor, but it didn't seem like it last. It began to swipe at its frozen legs, melting the ice with liquid from its wingtips. Going somewhere? Akumi ran over to the monster and set her blade on fire before stabbing it into the monster's face. The monster tried to bite Akumi a few times, but its slowly became weaker as it began to die. After the monster stopped moving, Akumi pulled her naginata from the monster's head. I relaxed as well, letting the ice holding the monster to the floor melt. Within a few seconds, the monster began to fade away. Took a deep breath and rubbed one of my shoulders. The monster hadn't cut through the skin, but still hurt to have it grabbed so tightly. Goodbye, Jim. You alright, Yue? Akumi looked at me with a concerned frown, tilting her head. It'll be sore tomorrow, but it should be fine. Akumi nodded slowly inside. Hope you get better soon. Sorry about letting you get grabbed. Just don't let it happen again. Okay. After all, I can't keep it to myself if you get carried off by some monster. Dang! I sighed and adjusted my glasses. At any rate, we killed another monster. Let's get some sleep so we don't fall asleep in class tomorrow. Finished talking, I led the way to the stairwell and we headed back to the entrance. I know, right? Oh, said Uncle Jim. Chokugami met us along the way to the restricted building's entrance, and Akumi lagged behind a bit to talk to them. I ignored them and kept walking, already thinking of putting my pajamas on and getting some well-needed rest. Class was dismissed for the day. I sat in the classroom while everyone else left. Everyone else trickled out. Eventually, Mr. Fuchikawa and I were the only ones left. Is there something you need, Ishikami? Actually, there is. I need to talk to you about the locks in the restricted building. You see, you need the master key to the old doors before you can close from the freeway. That's right. Are you sure locking the doors would be a good idea? We both know what happened the last time a sealed door was open. Monsters are appearing in the hallways, despite there not being anything suggesting that they came from the open rooms. Thinking that the monsters being created by something going into the locked rooms. Miss Fuchikawa nodded, crossing her arms. If you're certain you can handle anything that happens, I'll get you the master key for the old dorms. By the way, I've been asking around about why the old dorms were sealed off in the first place. I should let you know. You and the others know if I find anything useful. That'd help a lot. I really don't have any